My name is Dr. Thomas Gill. I'm the Chief of Sports Medicine in the Department of Orthopedic Surgery at Massachusetts General Hospital here in Boston. You can say, gee, the catcher's face mask, why is that an important contribution in the world of Harvard? But more than just how it protected the catcher, it really sent off and initiated an entire revolution and really a new field in sports medicine in general. He was the trainer of the time, working with one of the doctors here at Harvard, who noticed that one of his catchers was getting a little bit timid. He was a very good hitter, he was a good player, but he had a couple of injuries and he was kind of wincing a little bit at the fact of, when he swung. For something quick, they just took a fencing mask, cut a couple of eye holes in it, and then gave it to him. Well, the visualization wasn't quite good enough with a fencing mask, so they developed just the kind of what looks very similar actually to the modern day mask, with wire bars going across, almost like a tic-tac-toe pattern, but wide enough apart that the catcher still had good visualization. And then that mask went through a number of iterations to the present day, where now actually the catcher's mask more closely resembles a hockey mask than the old catcher's masks of 50 years ago. I mean, there was no other catcher in the league who was wearing a face mask at the time. So they saw that the catcher now was actually, like I said, up closer to the plate, receiving. There were less balls in the dirt. He was receiving them better, throwing more base runners out at second base. And so they said, hey, he's got an advantage over me now. So they went from criticizing him to copying him. And it just took off very quickly. This was really the first concerted effort to protect a player from a sports-related injury. Probably the pioneer of sports medicine and the first actual quote-unquote team doctor was at Harvard. It was Dr. Augustus Thorndike. Things that we just take for granted today, Dr. Thorndike developed. For instance, the football helmet. He developed the whole concept of bracing and a lot of the splints that were used. He developed kind of the first physician's black bag or bag, and he actually was the first one to mandate that a physician be present for all football games and contact sports events. I think Harvard College has been blessed to have the leaders in sports medicine, and has probably done more than any other university to advance the field.